Okay, so wait. Ah, so I told you I was gonna do a bingo, and within the tarot community, amongst other industries and careers, and I just so happened to scroll upon one person's video because I'm a lot of people's bread and butter for content to talk about. It's crazy the lack of creativity people don't have to go on about their lives that they need to, have me in it, which only shows that they're not trying to be helpful. They just want to be messy. And while some people, were talking, good things, in order about my, civil rights and human rights, we got flying monkeys and other people. Well, flying monkeys, abusers, and things of that nature. So let's get into it. Do this some more. Just a little bit. Turn this upside. Perfect. Now I listened to 7 minutes of this, and I was just like, I'm not gonna listen to this shit in its entirety again. But it is a good example of the ignorance from people, both black and non-black. But this one right here is a white man, so you should already expect exactly the type of ignorance you're going to receive from somebody who has not been at a disadvantage, but will probably be like, I've had friends who were at disadvantage. I visited countries that were at disadvantage. Yeah. You visited multiple countries overseas, and regardless of them being at disadvantages or overcrowded and things of that nature, you decided to still take your white chalky ass over there and live it up, live up your vacation, whether it was to anywhere in Hawaii or anywhere over in the West or in Asia. So yeah, no, I don't expect you to try to be sympathetic or even pretend to be, because you do a really shit poor job in this video. Nonetheless, you are a good example of really dumbass, stupid ass bitch. But in this video, you had included I guess some white girl in the background, whomever it is. It could be either your friend or your lover or your sister. It was just like, it's like you were prepped to talk some shit, but it only exemplifies, hey guys, I'm gonna talk some shit, but please do not say anything about me being, you know, please do not say anything in regards to my sexuality or me being a loser or anything like that. I have a girlfriend and she actually is thin, or whatever the American standard is for a pass for me not to look like a loser or anything like that. And more than likely, she's just some Instagram person trying to be on a come up. It's like, if you think that I'm attractive, then why don't you go ahead and hit me up? Why don't you look at his Instagram? Hopefully he has linked me, and then after that you can try to link me up, and try to follow me if you think I'm attractive enough. That is those kind of vibes. Is really those kind of vibes. But nonetheless, through all this superficial shit, let's get into it.
What's going on, Sagittarius? How are you doing? Hope you're reading that you are over here. Seeing this act of divination for Sagittarius. Here for you, Sagittarius.
Hold on.
You're still purchasing your lenses from your optometrist?
What are you doing? Come on.
Gosh. Before we get into the tarot, gosh.
That was probably his code. That was probably his code. It just seems like so on point. Like I'm about to say some shit.
Gosh. Oh
I
gosh.
need you to walk in the background in order to make me not look like a loser because I'm about to say some really controversial shit. I'm all in the
Okay.
background because I'm
Before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with.
because I am a loser and what I'm going to say is really fucked up. So because basically the money was good enough for me to say this out of pocket shit. So I'm gonna need to, I'm gonna need my teddy bear right now. I'm gonna need some type of blanket, some security blanket. And you seem to be it right now. As long as I have a person right here that can be in my shadow to support me, that's there here in the third, I will feel confident. That and the money I secured from sponsoring this triangulating message that is really capped and shows my racism, underlying racism, from whoever had sponsored this. But then again, as a messenger, it is also is also exposing your ability to really be a sellout as well. Someone who's willing to bend over and take it and go ahead and vomit, take it in the back, and then vomit it out. Okay, so here we go.
Some pre-shuffled oracle cards, some messages from the universe for you for the upcoming week. And the first message that you have is actually gifts. And this is a card of really counting your blessings, Sagittarius. This card, when it comes out, it's really wanting you to remember that even on your worst day, you still live like someone on their greatest. And there's
Do you know how crazy that is? I have mentioned being raped and I have mentioned the abuse. I am being surveilled, human trafficking. This definitely shows no empathy. It's not even that whole accidental, hey, look at the bright side in order to cheer me up. This is literally just for yourself. Just for yourself. That kind of energy. And I'm not trying to just go after him. I'm really just demolishing because I told you that I've had it, but the physical pursuits, not the physical pursuits, the physical actions I've committed to move forward with. Like I will have no regrets because you think like this. I have no regrets. Like I feel so fucking comfortable in this moment. So that's why I wanted to go ahead. This is like what, an hour ago. So like you had a good moment to less than an hour ago actually when he had posted it, but you had a good moment in order to actually think about what you were going to say. But instead, you took whatever donation you could and triangulated a lot of messages. No, one message on behalf of a bunch of hating ass abusers. So telling me to look on the bright side because somebody else has it less than me, or because it seems like I have it better than other people, is really fucking abusive. There's this scene from what is it, 13 Years a Slave, where basically this light skinned woman who's an employee is looking at this adult slave with her children who were slaves. Now the adult slave, she was placed into slavery under false pretenses. She was told that her slave papers were on the brink of being executed or like revoked or some shit like that. And so she went somewhere on false pretenses to get them reestablished or to protect them. And it is actually taking her into slavery. And that actually does happen. Sometimes people take people from the North and then bring them back down to the South. And when the abolishment of slavery happened, people were still kind of doing that kind of stuff, that whole carpetbagging, but slavery was supposed to be abolished. So they had other forms of slavery where it was like some kind of like indentured servitude. Like they only did that for like a period of time. But yeah, carpetbaggers were really up on that shit. But heavily during slavery, sometimes that that shit happened. And this is actually based on, I won't say entirely based on a true story, but it does have factual information in here where this shit has happened. Anyway, the whole point of it is you have somebody who's not a slave look down on a woman who is a slave. She doesn't know the backstory, but regardless, it's just that she's a slave. So she's just like, cheer up and cheer up and don't be so cast down. Cheer up and don't be so cast down. and the black woman is like looking like, are you serious? Like, you're literally about to be sold to some man. You're about to go into auction to be sold. Like, you already know where you're on the boat because you've been enslaved. And so again, for a white man to really put it on, I don't care if you're white or darker than me, because both have participated in fucking slavery. Whether you're dark skinned and you had sold slaves and you had some slaves of your own, or you're light skinned and you also did the same thing where you were a slave owner and you sold slaves. It was the whole chattel slavery time. You just really sound like a punk ass bitch when you come out of your mouth and say some shit like, "Oh, be grateful, have gratitude," in this, that, here, and the third. This is the what's it? Be grateful, count your blessings. Remember that even on your worst day, you're still living like someone on their greatest. This woman could have been in a situation where on the boat, she could have not had her kids, or she could have, I don't know, during that whole transition of her being bamboozled, she could have, like, probably got beaten up or something like that, or worse, even raped. And it's just like, those are that's silent moments of gratitude, but you're still realizing exactly what the fuck is going on. When you guys, not we, because I was a part of that too, but it was just like, when we were speaking up during Black Lives Matter, we weren't over here not being grateful at the fact that we were no longer slaves. We weren't being ungrateful when we were saying that, well, when I thought, I had human and civil rights. It's like, let's see, you chalky bitches, whether you're a chalky ashy bitch or you're dark skinned, it's just like, you wake up every fucking day. You have electricity, you have a bed to sleep in, you have a job. Some of you guys don't have a job, okay, but then you have electricity, okay. But you're not living back in during the plague times and things of that nature. You don't say thank you God every day for literally everything under the sun. There's too many things under the sun to actually name out and call out, but you say thank you God in your head. You don't really have to say thank you God out loud, but it's just like, you move in gratitude, but you know exactly that when you actually deserve better. And maybe a lot of people don't realize that, which is why they stay in these ugly ass relationships. But it's just like, who are you stupid ass white man, to tell me or even try to allude or triangulate the information passively that I should be grateful for the situation I'm in right now? I didn't ask for this. Even if I didn't ask for this, or even if I did ask for this, like, which I didn't, it's just like, this is undeserving. I was born free, and I didn't do anything illegal in order to deserve this. This is an injustice. Just because people are fucking greedy, self-serving, and racist, and you got Black people being sellouts and fucking coons, doesn't mean that I need to be in this situation. You really showed your ass, and for you guys to try to claw at this opportunity one more day or even one more hour, like, I will kill you. Like, seriously, when I have my moment, there's going to be somebody who's literally going to be at the hand of my wrath, and I shit you not. That is a fucking promise, because I told you that I'm really fucking pissed off. Even though you see me in this moment right now, it's just like, justice is supposed to be mine. So you've done nothing while you sat on your ass. I'm acting accordingly when it comes to exactly what it is that I fucking want. I'm not saying I'm going after everybody, but I said I want certain people that I want to be in fucking prison. So while you guys are over here trying to like bitch and moan and this, that, here, and the third, and try to triangulate shit, just know that nothing is fucking gully, okay? Nothing is fucking gully. Do not try to laugh in my face. Do not try to smile with me. Do not try to have a fucking conversation with me and thinking that everything is on the up and up, okay? After this point, now that you see me, do not ever think that we were going to be in a copacetic moment, all right? Until I get my fucking justice. Why should I ever? See, you thought that you were going to be in a moment where you were going to try to emotionally manipulate me in order to try to, look on the brighter side of being enslaved and hurt and harmed and harassed for over 10 goddamn years? No. You thought you were going to try to provoke me or try to intimidate me or threaten me in order to try to look at the brighter side or even be in a better lighting because you're going to try to assassinate my fucking character, which you and your fucking Nazi people? No, that's not going to work out. I really told you exactly how I feel about situations, and I really do not like a lot of you bitches. I hate a lot of you bitches. It is deserving on what it is that I deserve. as a human being. This is legal, okay? This is not an ego, and this is not an emotion. Excuse me. This is an emotion, but it's actually more of a subdued emotion. But it's just like, this isn't an ego. These are actual rights. This isn't an entitlement. An entitlement is what you bitches are trying to do when it comes to entertainment. What I am going for are my rights, my legal rights. These are something that were already given to me under the constitutional rights. These are something that were given to me by the government. Who decided to try to take it away? This isn't a Roe versus Wade kind of overturn of Roe versus Wade kind of situation, or any other kind of bylaws that they've decided to like fuck with like making up new laws with the Patriot Act and all the other kind of shit. No, even the Patriot Act is an abuse of power. So for you to come out of your fucking mouth, your thin ass lips, to even utter the shit on behalf of blacks, non-blacks, and whites, to say some shit on the fact of the matter where it's like, I should be grateful. No, bitch. No. My hands have been fucking clean. I have no fucking priors. I haven't done anything illegal. And when it came to you guys fucking trying to abuse and harass me, you best bet believe that self-defense is fucking necessary. Okay? For the offense. I mean, you guys have literally offended me on multiple fucking levels. And for you to even take it any further by throwing out any kind of jabs or anything that shit like snickering and things like that only makes you look fucking weak and evil. Seriously. You can't try to use any of this against me because literally it's self-fucking defense. And you're trying to play ignorant like, oh, I don't know what she's talking about. No, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So go ahead. Let's just go ahead. Like, you really look fucking stupid. And if people are just like, think, save this. Save this. Because how many times in it, like, I only have gotten to like a handful of fights, but I've used my hands. But I'm just telling you, like, when it really comes to you, like, crossing a serious boundary, like my life and my well-being, stop it. I've always had my person like, please.
There's something here about there is a little bit of unhappiness that's going to bubble up this week in you because you're too focused on what you don't have instead of what's already going good for you and your.
So again, it's a white man saying, hey, look, be grateful for what you do have, black woman, because honestly, it could be worse. And then he goes into a trill, but I'll let him finish. Go ahead.
Life. So this is a simple message of gratitude. Okay. But also, like, there's something about your physical body or the gifts, whatever timeline that you're in right now. Remember,
can you imagine during the Black Lives Matter, there was like, the president or some other fucker sitting on a podium using a bullhorn saying, look, niggers, black people, be glad we're not calling you nigger anymore. Be glad we're not calling you the Negroes anymore. Be glad at the fact that we are giving you an opportunity to have freedom of speech. Be glad at the opportunity that, we're allowing you to protest without a fucking license. Be glad that this is in Asia where they have fucking horrible ass mandates and restrictions on your rights. Be glad. Now turn around and just get over at the fact that, our policeman decided to kill one of yous. It's like, like worry about something else. Like, you have kids, you have family. Why don't you worry about not raising them to be criminals? This is literally
that Buddha says the illusion is that you have time. And it's like, I'm getting a message of like a muscle. If you don't use it, you're going to lose. There's something about your physical body or some sort of spiritual gift or some sort of gift that you have. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And I feel like for some of you, there's some sort of thing that's starting to.
And even though this little white man is calls himself autistic, whether he is or he is not, that doesn't matter. But it's just like, you guys aren't powerful. You guys aren't talented. A lot of you people aren't talented or actual seers or anything like that. Because you guys are voyeuring me and surveilling me, you're nothings. So what you do is that you look at whatever it is that I have going on my phone and in my personal life, and then you happen to reiterate it, be passive. Like if I'm subscribed to, and I'm subscribed to like this, because I had got into an injury a while back. And so like my, and because of the poisons, which actually happens to your body where like the lead poisoning and things of that nature, it really like messes with your muscles. And I'm in physical therapy. So this kind of shit right here is definitely like supportive of like, okay, look, you looking ass motherfuckers. Because I am subscribed to go into my subscriptions. I am subscribed to certain people where it's like pain-free walking and hold on, let's see. It says senior walking workout, things of that nature. But it's just like you look at my life and then you happen to just try to reiterate it and regurgitate it for your followers and for your audience. So that way you can try to look like, mystic. And then on top of that, you take in the rewards or the benefits and the monetary situations instead of just coming up with something on your own. Talk about fear. Talk about being afraid. Talk about lost talent. You guys don't even use your own fucking, or even try to use your own fucking talent to generate something original or independent of me. You guys won't even try to like read books or something like that when it comes to just like knowing an authentic, like having a storyline, taking a storyline from a fucking book or something like that. You could have used that, or maybe you could have, regurgitated some of your followers' lives or something like that. No, you always have to say the same old shit every single fucking day in regards to my life when it comes to, but not really helping me. So it's fake. It's only for your own self-purpose, like your self-good. Like it's greedy. And as a white person, it's expected though, but I still don't like that shit. So I mean, honestly, I'd rather see a white person. I don't want to see a white person get money off. I don't want to see a white person get money off of me. I don't want to see a black person try to use me in order to keep me in messy situations. But here we are, and I'm calling this shit out for what it is. And it's just like, you know what? As you seem to be, I'd say probably young 30s. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. You look tired. You look tired and you look a little, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's to the moment where it's just like, nigga, you could have chosen another career professional or something like that instead of having to be like, a low-key racist. Just because you have black friends or something like that and you let a girl twerk on you when you went on a trip like to Jamaica or something like that doesn't mean that you can start talking out of your neck and start saying the N-word or having to refer to a black woman who's been treated in modern slavery and saying, hey, look, chill. Be grateful for what you have. No, bitch. No.
Atrophy, take it or leave it. Some sort of ability that you have that you need to put to use before it's too late, Sagittarius, okay? And once again, I'm getting a visual now of, once again, this week, I feel like you're going to be healing yourself by focusing on how you're already great, focusing on your positive qualities that you already have, because in life, there's like these two balls of energy. Everyone has these two balls. Like there's this one black ball, which is like all of our negative thoughts. It's the thoughts that social conditioning, low self-esteem. It's all these, like the matrix easily infiltrates the mind, and this is the default ball. Everyone walking on the street has this gigantic black ball. Then there's this golden ball, which represents your higher self, your soul, all of your positive qualities that you could really be grateful for. And that's the ball that as soon as the golden ball gets 51% bigger, as soon as the golden ball gets negative relationship, definite message from the universe, relationship, definite negative 49% positive, you need to switch that this week. And it all starts with your focus here. I do feel like there's something about letting go of a past relationship, definitely. But focus on your blessings, count your blessings here instead of what you don't have. So you also have initiation. The other message from the universe here, Sagittarius, is actually initiation. So this is a message that the universe doesn't give you something when you want it, but the message from the universe here, Sagittarius, is actually initiation. So this is a message that the universe doesn't give you something when you want it, but the universe gives you something when you're truly ready to have it. So for this week, you are going through some.
That's called a God complex. For you to be looking at a surveilling person and then try to, like, independently or even with your little group or whatever, like that, decide on how I should live my life or what kind of rewards I should receive, especially if these are rewards that I actually fucking earned through hard work, money, and hours of service, and independent things like, pursuits. This is mine. Like, people are so into video games and things of that nature. Sims and all the other kind of shit, that they feel entitled to control and run a lot of things. And the trend now is to, have a bunch of babies and even control them, obviously to parent them, but not just parent them, but control them, to control another fucking life. It's sick. It's really fucking sick. You're not trying to make somebody like, all of a sudden you're trying to make yourself seem like you're God. You start popping out a bunch of children because it's just like, oh, it's going to make me godly. It's me in my room that, I am the God. Ew, disgusting. Disgusting. So that kind of shit sounds like a God complex where it's just like, look, like, you want something, you work for something, but unfortunately, like, we don't think that you should have whatever it is that you're working for yet. And that is a stall tactic. And let me tell you like how that goes. That's with the earlier thing when I said I wanted the mediation with to get that shit over with so we can go ahead and go and move forward to trial because of a relationship that I had been cut off. And they're over here saying like, oh, I need to let go of a relationship. Is that kind of bullshit. It's just like you already know exactly how fucking triggering you're trying to be, but I see already through that shit. In a moment where you're trying to get me, I guess, to be like super irate or I guess in my feelings and cry, and it's just like, no, it's the complete opposite. I'm telling you exactly what it is, how you're acting, how you're behaving, and I don't want you to act fucking confused when I do this, that, here, and the third. And I know regardless, and I'm already prepared for it, but it's just like, I want to have this content for other people. If there was anybody who actually genuinely spoke out for me and anything like that, I want you to go back to this video and maybe another couple of videos, because it's just like, and just use those messages on these stupid ass bitches. Because if I happen to get locked up for the actions that I will pursue against the people who literally have fucking crossed me, if I get into that opportunity for space and opportunity, just fucking know it's because of this. Please definitely fucking play these videos back, because I don't want anybody to be acting all surprised like, well, and then start victimizing themselves. It's just like, no, you knew fucking better. You over here coddling like these little people that really committed to being fucking villains, and they thought the shit was a joke, and they thought the shit was a game. And it's really disgraceful and embarrassing on how many fucking Black people really show their ass by being a coon, a seller, and a nigga for white people and non-Blacks. This is really supposed to be a unity situation, but apparently people just wanted like fast money, fast cash, and ended up getting screwed in it anyway. It's just like, this money is temporary. These favors come with hidden motives. Y'all really fucking showed your ass. And for this stupid ass white man to really say some shit that's out of pocket, even if you're saying it in a calm voice, or even if you're saying it in a way where you're trying to be genuine, it's disingenuine, it's cap, it's bullshit, it's fake ass compassion. And I'm clocking it within under under a day, because it's just like, bitch, stop that shit. I don't even want to, it's like stopping the blood before it comes out. You feel me? Like, I am putting a fucking balls on this, and I'm telling you to fucking heal, because I'm still going to move accordingly. I just can tell that you guys were triggered, and this is the best thing that you can do besides this. And you're pretty sure you have some other things going on in the background, but it's just like, yeah, nah.
Some sort of initiation, being initiated into a new lifeline is how I get whatever you got going on. And this is a message once again about your happiness. If accomplishing some sort of goal that you have, if getting to some sort of future place, or letting go of some sort of past thing, if you think letting go of the past or arriving at some sort of future accomplishment, if that's going to increase your happiness by 10 times, then you're not ready to have it. The universe doesn't give you it when you want. I want to be free of the past. I want to be in this future timeline already. The universe doesn't give you when you want it gives you when you're ready for it. And if achieving something, whether that be letting go of it, letting go of the past or arriving at some sort of, if your initiation, being initiated into a new lifeline is how I get whatever you got going on. And this is a message once again about your happiness. If accomplishing some sort of goal that you have, if getting to some sort of future place or letting go of some sort of past thing, if you think letting go of the past or arriving at some sort of future accomplishment, if that's going to increase your happiness by 10 times, then you're not ready for some sort of past thing. If you think letting go of the past or arriving at some sort of future accomplishment, if that's going to increase your happiness by
You know, again, I want to show the video of of this movie where it doesn't have any comedy, but it's just mm, I almost forgot what this guy is talking about. What did he
future place or and
oh, okay. All right, so he's talking about initiation and wanting something. Hmm. I'm just remember from watching 13 Years a Slave, and this guy, he literally spent supposedly 13 years a slave, and it's just like, here you are seeing this man leave the plantation as the guy is like over here like arguing, excuse me, he's being escorted off the plantation as the white slave owner is arguing, saying like, hey, release this man, release this nigger, I have papers. And it's like, and we got papers proving he's free. And the white man is like, I own you. And it's like, you hear me, Platt, unhand him. And here he is looking back, and he's looking forward as he's like leaving with his friend. And it just goes back to this little white ass, stupid ass dude on some, because this is about violence. This isn't some superficial shit. The the disrespect to look at my life, because this is obviously this is inhumanity. This is inhumanity. So with regards to that, you're going to just take it upon yourself to not see me as a woman, not see me as an individual, not see me as a person, a human being who supposed to have human rights and civil rights respected. You're seeing me as an image. You're using me as a fucking avatar, really, because you've compared me to your fucking life. You've compared me to any other basic ass person. Because not many people in America, or at least I don't think so, because obviously you would have used in your rotation of fucking bullshit, you would have used other fucking individuals besides me and my abusers, to keep it a bean, to keep it a buck. So I am one of the few, if not the only, slave. And you guys keep saying like 144,000 and all that other kind of bullshit. I'm like, yeah, but I'm the only person that you keep using in the fucking rotation. That's why I said that you guys had cultivated, you created a fucking fake ass religion based off on something you probably read in a book, and then just went about it, and it turned into some type of like Main Street thing that you capitalize off of. And 144 is really just the number on my fucking door that I had grew up on, because I lived at 144 Kyler Avenue in Trenton. Yes, that is the house. And I'm really out here putting things out because it's really something that people should probably already know, or enough people will know, because I told you I'm done with this shit. I really am. I've never wanted to have been in a situation. This is all fucking abuse. All fucking abuse, and I hate it. And this is like literally like this isn't rage. Obviously, I feel like a rage would definitely be something that I want to implement on that exact moment. But this is definitely me fucking fed up. So again, to have this stringy haired, rat looking motherfucker talk on some shit where it's just like, just because you want something doesn't mean that you're gonna immediately get it. It's been over 10 fucking years, bitch. This is not an opportunity for negotiation. This is not even something that you can talk about and try to compare it to like a job or an interview or some shit like that. Like, you really came out your fucking neck to say to say some dumb shit. And I can definitely respect some autism though, but that has nothing to do with autism. You're just a dumb, stupid ass bitch who didn't even think. Who didn't even think. You participated in the conditioning, and actually, you not even that. It's not even about being conditioned. It's just like you really had no fucking common sense. This is inhumane. This is what a human zoo situation does. But instead of actually advocating for my rights and my civil rights, my human rights and my civil rights, you decided to participate in being a fucking negative.
This is a message once again about your happiness. If accomplishing some sort of goal that you have, if getting to some sort of future place or letting go of some sort of past thing, if you think letting go of the past or arriving at some sort of future accomplishment, if that's going to increase your happiness by 10 times, then you're not ready to have it. The universe doesn't give you it when you want. I want to be free of the past. I want to be in this future timeline already. The universe doesn't give you when you want it gives you when you're ready for it. And if achieving something, whether that be letting go of a past relationship, moving into a new one, whatever it is that you crave and you desire, if that actual manifestation increases, if you think that it will increase your happiness by 10 times, then you're not ready to have it. Because the truth is that the champion, let's just say the champion of whatever, relationships, anything that you want, the champion has to feel like they're already the champion on the day that they actually become the champion. So most of the time, vibrationally speaking, obviously people can have outbursting moments of emotion when they become the champion. For you, becoming the champion means manifesting what you desire. There's something here about the day that the champion is crowned. It's not going to increase their happiness by 10x because vibrationally they've already been the champion in their head. And there's something here about you recognizing that you already are a champion by some sort of virtue. Something that you have is being like devalued. You know, there's something like, oh, if I get over here, then I'll recognize my worth. And I feel like this comes from, conditioning. So once again, the universe.
Again, projections. And on that day when he actually got freed, he was, he had no hope. He had no hope. The day that this guy was freed, he had no hope. And who knew exactly when the fucking abolishment of slavery was actually going to happen? Who knew? People were really fucking surprised when the judge had granted that that the policemen were actually going to be locked up. Because who knew that the riot was, or who knew that, killing this one guy was going to be the thing that set it off, because they didn't realize that, no, we were keeping count. You killed too many of us. We were keeping count. So now we really had enough. And that's what happens really one time when it comes to people. Just like, you'll see something. You'll see a pushback, a serious pushback. But here, because you guys are so fucking cocky, where it's just like, oh, well, you're just one person then, and you told me to save myself, and then you over here trying to gaslight me too with some bullshit. But it's like, you're not alone. I'm like, well, then fucking prove it then. Fucking prove it. Actions speak louder than words, and apparently, it's not just the words that you're using in order to try to save your ass. It's really the actions, because you're just sitting on your hands, and the only time when you actually pull them out is to point the finger either at me or to point the finger at you when you need to victimize yourself, victim blame me. Or you just don't want to do anything because you're using both of those hands to get money or some type of satisfaction. So it's crazy on how this day, this guy, he was just literally, look at this. He has no hope. But you got this stupid ass white man saying some shit where it's just like, well, if you don't feel like the champion, do you really think that people were like, every single fucking time, man, going out through history, there are moments like we're not even gonna have to use like this movie as a reference though, but like there's so many fucking times throughout history where people have been assassinated and there has not been happy endings for everybody. But you only want to throw this in my face just because I'm living so far for right now, but I'm not living. It's not even really surviving. I look at the things I've done before, like my resume, as like my life resume of like, caring about people, as like a fucking embarrassment. Like, if all things that I've been through, that is the only thing I'm embarrassed about. Because this world has not proven themselves to me as something worthy in order to help or save. You guys told me to save myself. Like, how are you? You seem bought and paid for. Every single fucking day, you guys want to sponsor a video that's being triangulated and paid for by my abusers. Or it's your own self-greed because, you know, I'm your bread and butter.
Doesn't give you something when you want it, it gives you it when you're ready, okay? And there's something about the happy, like, the more you want the present moment, the more you want the journey, the happier you're going to be, you know, because the journey, I know I keep saying this every time, the journey is the destination for Sagittarius. And people, like, you really want to get to the penthouse, right? I'm telling you, it doesn't taste as sweet in the penthouse. You got to love the dirt, love where you are, because once you accomplish your goal, what's next? You got to move on to something else. So I don't know.
I could show happiness even in the moments where I had showed happiness, even in the moments when I was being oppressed. And I obviously am the person who's, and I have evidence and proof of people witnessing and loving me during every moment of my life. But, you know, you have enough when it comes to being abused. You really do have enough. So I just really want this down on video. Like, it's just like, you know, you guys, I know you probably said this in the background, you know, blacks, when it comes to, like, you know, having to say something to whites though, but now you're hearing it from me, the person who people normally come to, black and white, non-blacks, who be on some shit where it's like, well, Shalice can just, you know, say something nice to just get our, you know, get our feelings lifted because, you know, she looks on both sides. Nah, when it comes to this shit, no, I'm on full side of, like, this is some ignorant ass talk out of somebody's flat fucking ass. And it's just like, you really, really tried it. You really, really fucking tried it. This is what privilege sounds like. This is what privilege sounds like. And this is also being extremely inhumane. You may not initially think that it's inhumane, but it's like, it became inhumane when you compared me to a basic ass person on the fucking streets. Somebody who's not being surveilled, harmed, or treated in a modern slavery way. Somebody who's literally not being human trafficked, and where government and situations like that are making bank off of me. Where they're seeing me 24/7 butt naked by a variable bunch of people. You treated me like a fucking avatar. As soon as you fucking did that and not treating me like a fucking human being, that's when it became inhumane. That's what this nigga's doing. And that's what this stupid ass rigger, this one right here, this is what this man is doing. And this is what a lot of black people do. This is what's happening worldwide.
But you also have hope here. So don't lose hope.
Oof, they love that don't lose hope thing. You know, that's the thing that you use when in spirituality. That's what you use when it comes to that's what was very important with slavery on Sundays, because, you know, you wanted them to always have faith and have hope. That's when this is called religious manipulation. It's basic, like, this whole message is just like, get the fuck out of here with that dumbass bullshit, bitch. And here is a black woman. I'm pretty sure a black woman was trying to help send this message to him, like, why would you try and triangulate this to her? Some nigga, some bitch nigga, some bitch coon. Good Lord will manage Epps. In his own time, good Lord will manage them all. The curse of the pharaohs were a poor example of what wait for the plantation class. Do you know how many lives were gone in different types of races? Whether you go ahead and talk about the Holocaust, and you go ahead and talk about slavery, or where you go ahead and talk about, like, even some people lost their lives during modern, like, civil rights movements. It's just wow on how you're trying to manipulate. This is an abuse of religion. It's bad enough that it's abuse of social government power, but That is an abuse of religion. And I wanted to show that because more than just my words, more than just this idiot's words, I wanted to show you prime examples, like using resources right here. And if you ever have any other need for any other further kind of examples, trust me, look up chattel slavery, look up Google when it comes to like, African American slavery and things of that nature, and you will literally find a plethora of resources, especially look for the diaries too of slaves. But during Sunday was a moment to gaslight and keep slaves obedient and compliant and docile because that's what they thought of when it comes to slaves. They're just oh, very docile. They're so sweet and things of that nature. So happy go lucky in the field. Like, bitch. So go ahead, white man.
Sort of vision that you're keeping in your mind, some sort of manifestation, once again, moving into some sort of new parallel reality, your lack of commitment is an insult to the people who believe in you. And remember that it's not just people who believe in you. Even if you have no people, there are spirit guides to parallel reality. Your lack of commitment is an insult to the people who believe in you. And remember that it's not just people who believe in you.
It says, and God gave her to me a lesson in the rewards of righteous living. Good Lord would manage apps in his own time. It's just like such manipulation.
If you have no people, there are spirit guides. The universe believes in you, Sagittarius. Beep to confirm it.
And the universe believes in you. It's just crazy when you have two fucking hands and how, biblically, the whole thing about church is about unity, community. So if you actually are a person of God, or if you want to go ahead and manipulate religion, then you would do more than just try to chastise me and criticize me on the fact that I'm not waiting 20 more years or 7 more years in order for a miracle to fucking happen. I'm sorry, what do you expect to happen? Exactly. Like what is it in your feeble mind? Because obviously by the shit that you talk, what is it in your feeble mind that you expect to happen? Are you expecting a tornado to come down from the heavens and just be like, release me from the bondage? Like what do you fucking think? Do you expect some type of natural disasters aren't waking you guys up when it comes to things? So what the fuck are you expecting? Do you want to just, happen some type of natural disaster or some weird circumstance to happen and my abusers drop dead, the main ones drop dead somehow? That would be a miracle. That would be awesome. Or, what would quicken that haste is to actually lock them the fuck up. But no. In the meantime, you want me to act grateful. You want me to be entertaining. You want me to be the docile nigga that you expected me to be. Do kill yourself. Because honestly, you're not one of the people that I put on my list, though, but kill yourself just for me.
You just have to make sure that you honor that. There's something about your lack of commitment is an insult to the people who believe in you. Now, there is some sort of difficult thing going on in your love life.
That also makes it seem like a bet. So while I'm being surveilled, people are like placing bets on like, well, she does definitely seem to be such a go-getter and things of that nature. And we are over here, having a God complex by wanting her to move this way and move that way, but not too fast, not too slow. We want her to take this choice. If we prepare the ingredients for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, well, we want her to have some strawberry jam. So instead of actually having the peanut butter, the grape jelly, we're actually going to make the grape jelly jar empty and encourage her to go to the fucking store to get some strawberry jam, because then the store will be all out of grape jelly. So that way she's going to be like, strawberry jam. And then she's going to try it. And then she's actually going to be passively thankful for us each step of the way. Like, get the fuck out of here. All of you guys. Like, seriously. Death. You're nobody. Like, you're not gods. You're pathetic. You're extremely weak. You're unfulfilled. Don't matter how much you guys cap in your fucking little circles and your little huddles and everything like that. This is pathetic. This is overall pathetic. You've done nothing but repeat a shit ton of historic people who have really had their kingdoms like crumble. It's gross. It should be embarrassing. It's deplorable on how you guys are so fucking oblivious to this shit. It seems like to the point where and I'm not really speaking to you. I'm just speaking aloud about what it is that I'm observing, because in the future, when people actually who will snap out of it see you for what you exactly are, they will literally be saying these same exact words and be putting you in your fucking place. And whether or not you actually will, be alive or not, they'll be like, you probably will be on some dummy shit trying to victimize yourself. But it's just like, no, like, we will not give you the opportunity to fucking we will not give you the opportunity to fucking victimize yourself because you were acting like this. We will not give you the opportunity, fast forward to however long, when the next generation actually is old enough to curse you guys the fuck out and handle a lot of you. It's just like, no, we will not give you the opportunity or the grace for you to try to victimize yourself. We won't. We won't. You have been nothing but fucking minuses, and you are embarrassing to your future generation's heritage.
Into the tarot now. Your opportunity, Sagittarius, is the Six of Cups, and this has to do with the past, your hometown, roots, ancestry, nostalgia, something to do with the past. Number 6 also has to do with harmony. So for some of you, there's an opportunity to integrate some sort of, I'm getting past quality that you're like sleeping on. That's actually your greatest blessing. If you can focus on your positive traits this week, once again, reinforce that golden ball, tipping it out to 51%, but the black ball gets to 49%, you're actually going to really move forward very fast. But there's something here that, you don't need to go searching for something that you don't already have. Whatever it is that you're wanting, you already have it.
Most of us are trying to take steps in the physical world to make our dreams happen. But that's actually,
you know what I mean? And just carry yourself that way.
You already saw how people do delays when it comes to the mediation and the court situation. You can only imagine the kind of delays that I get with my fucking pursuits with my projects. All of a sudden, people need to just, send me like little emails here and there, and all of a sudden, then I don't hear back from people. Or there's delays where, supposedly they can't read the specific file, but they're a business. I have like literally, I have a very simple project that is not too hard to fulfill. They'll either try to add in prices and this, that, here, and the third, but it's just like, I have receipts of every little thing that I've been doing and every little thing that the other people I've been doing that I've hired or that I've interacted with. It's always just something, because you're playing God and you want to go ahead and just like pedal and piddle when it comes to me trying to, I guess, go back and earn something. But it's just like, here it is with restitution. Like, you don't respect your own fucking rules and justice and laws. Like, it seems really, I guess, redundant or stupid of you to go ahead and try to hold other people accountable within the Supreme Court or whatever like that, when it's like, you guys don't even respect entirely like your own fucking laws. You guys are breaking it all the fucking time. Like, something that's in regards to incorrectly or falsely incarcerating somebody, because this is what it feels like. This feels like, it's some kind of like loose sort of prison. I know it's modern slavery, but it's just like, I have been wrongly put in this place, and there is restitution. $50,000 a year just for prisoners. So imagine the graveness, the gravity of the situation, the amount of abuse and harassment that has gone on publicly. But you guys want to try to simplify it again, because supposedly I'm not a person. I'm just like an avatar to you guys. So it's just like, oh, okay, well, she has many lifelines left, or she's still alive, or she doesn't look that bad, so she's okay. This is what it's called, like treating me inhumanely. I'm just a thing to you. I'm just a product to you, to give you entertainment, to work on and be distracted and shut up, and not call you guys out, and not have my own platform with the whole poster kind of vibes and things of that nature in order to protest against how I'm being mistreated.
There was a long time, so just the Six of Cups, there's also an opportunity to reevaluate a past relationship here. This could be a past life.
All right, we're gonna skip over that one.
That is
I
going
already
to force
told
you into being
you,
more.
like, why would I want to do that when I've already cut people off? And I said that's just, we're gonna skip over that part.
Independent, more independent
Actually,
than you.
No, we don't even need to keep on going through that, because all right, I said I had only listened to like maybe several minutes of this, and I've listened to twice as much now, and I don't even need to go over that anymore because then it's already talking about past relationships. So I already know what kind of fuck shit you're on. I mean, I knew what kind of fuck shit you were on in the very beginning, but this just right here cements it because I already told you about what I've been through. So why the fuck? You know, you guys do it yourselves. But I definitely wanted to have this information on here because you just know that there's no fucking confusion about what side of the road I'm fucking on. You guys are already showing yours.